What's up, everybody? It's Friday evening. I'm doing my deload workout very late at 7 p.m. But that's the good thing about a deload workout is it's much lighter weight. Sorry, what am I saying? It's not lighter weight. That's completely wrong. It's less volume. So I'm only doing 2 rounds of all my movements. And I'm only going to do about 4 lifts. Okay. Just getting my warm-ups done. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open up my UMS app and get myself ready so I can time my rest periods and record my weight. And I'll do my first round. Here we go. That's a bit of a challenge on my injured side, so it's definitely a challenge on my injured side. So I've got a slap tear in both shoulders, but that one was re-aggravated about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And so I've modified my training to doing dumbbell work, but I've been doing like a halfway between a neutral grip and a pronated grip, which is like moving in the scapular plane, it's called. I've been doing that and a pronated grip. And now just once a week I'm doing a strict neutral grip, or I'm trying, which is, it mimics more of a handstand push-up. And it hits the long head of the bicep more. The long head of the bicep actually assists with that movement. And yeah, so I'm just feeling it in there, which is completely normal, you know. If you've had a slap tear, you know, eventually you have to start training in these movements that, you know, that test the long head of the bicep, and they're always going to be a little, you know, sketchy. I think a big mistake people make with injuries like slap tears, or really whatever it is the idea that you should back off and stop training or stop doing certain things because, you know, it causes pain. Because we need to strengthen the structures around any injured area. And so there's 5 variables that you play with. You can change the intensity, how much weight you're lifting. You can change the range of motion. You can change the volume, so how many reps you do or how many sets you do. You can change the complexity of the movement, so you can go to a less complex movement. And you can change the time under tension, so the tempo of the movement. And so any or all of those factors can be changed to continue to work around the exercise. And people that don't understand how to manipulate those 5 variables just think, well, I've just got to rest and stop. But that's very rarely the solution, because then when you come back to training, you know, that area has become weaker and you're more prone to injury again. All right, here we go. So this is my last round of shoulder press. So that really tests that area. Like I can feel a pain there, but it's probably maybe a 2 out of 10. And I know how to identify the type of pain that I need to whoa and stop. And you can look at my workout on, I can't remember which one it was, but the thumbnail is of me doing a pike push-up with parallel. And that workout is the workout where I, re-aggravated this shoulder. So you can see me do the rep where I go down, I go, oh, and I try and do another one. I'm like, no. So I know that pain where you're like, whoa, okay, something's happened here. Versus the discomfort of pushing through, re-engaging muscles where the nervous system has learned to try to avoid and try to protect. Re-engaging movements, I should say, or re-working through movements that engage muscles that the nervous system is trying to avoid, that's trying to create movement, without relying on those muscles. And there's a time and a place for avoidance, and then there's also a time and a place for working through. And I don't like the note, I didn't say push through. I'm not saying push through, but working through. Yeah. So normally I do 5 sets of my primary lifts, 5 sets of shoulder press, 5 sets of pull-ups. Deload workout, 40% of the volume. So I just do 2 sets. So that's it. And now I'll just move on to 1 or 2 sets of a couple of supplementary lifts. All right. I've just got to always start my timer straight away and just quickly record my reps and weight, because otherwise I forget what I've done and I forget how long I should rest. So yeah, like normally I do 5 rounds of primaries and then I'll do multiple sets of supplementaries. Multiple supplementary exercises, usually between 6 and 8 supplementary exercises. And this doesn't include flexibility. And each set of supplementaries, I'll do between 3 and 6 sets, depending on the goals, depending on what the muscle groups I'm targeting. But in a deload workout, it's all about like a massive reduction in volume, but you're still lifting max intensity. So the intensity is still high, but the volume is way down. And it really is a great environment for adaptation to occur, because adaptation occurs when we're recovering. So this allows me to recover and, go through adaptation, go through growth. So it's good. There's different ways to deload. In the first 12 months of the UMS, for most of our members, we teach people to deload when they need it. And that really depends on, like, people that are more experienced often need to deload more because they can actually train at a higher intensities and higher volumes. So they'll push themselves into a state of overreaching sooner and need a deload maybe once every 4 or 8 weeks. People that are newer to training often don't even need to deload at all because they're training sub-maximally. Otherwise, maybe, once every 12 weeks for a week. Woo, and that's it. That's the deload workout done. I'll see you guys tomorrow in my handstand mobility and flow workout. Oh, and hanging as well. See you in the morning.